What's up, everyone? Welcome back. So I've had an absolute nightmare trying to get this video online for you guys to watch, and it's been a nightmare. So for those of you that don't care about this part of the story and you just want to hear the review, then just go to the timestamp below, time bar stamps, whatever, below, and skip to where it starts at the review. But for those of you who are interested, stick around because I'm going to be going on a rant here because I've had a nightmare. So yesterday I woke up at 9 a.m. I'm obviously still here in my hotel in Argentina. Supposed to fly home today. That didn't happen, so I'm still here. Anyway, I woke up yesterday morning, 9 a.m. and I was really excited because I thought, I can watch Alien Earth episode 4, I can record it, I can get it online, and I can get my review out in time for once, because I'm usually so late with this stuff because I'm always away and just so busy, I never get the time to do it. Yesterday I was excited to do that, so that's what I did. I woke up and I thought, actually, instead of me doing just a review, I will record myself, watch the whole episode, I'll react to it, film everything, and I'll upload it as like an hour-long full reaction of the episode. And I've been wanting to do that with my channel for ages now. I follow a lot of YouTube channels that do that, and their channels are dedicated to watching films and TV shows or whatever, and they do the reactions and do their review at the end. And I was really looking forward to doing that. Now, I understand that there's a fair use policy with YouTube. You can't just upload a full episode or a full film because it gets copyright claimed or striked or whatever. It's copyright. So you have to only show certain parts of the footage that you're using, and then you have to cut away for a moment, cut the audio, and then you can go back, and there's only a certain amount of seconds that you can use. I don't fully understand this fully, but I did my best yesterday, and I did everything according to the guidelines of that, and it took me about 5-6 hours to do it. It took me an hour and a half to film, then about 2.5 hours to edit. Editing it was a nightmare. I thought this was going to be the quickest and best way around doing it. It's not. This is what I'm doing now is the fastest way, and this is even long. But yeah, 2.5 hours to edit. Then it took me about an hour or so to export because I got it wrong the first time. Then, because the internet's so shit here, it took me about an hour to upload it, to then find out it'd been copyrighted and it was blocked worldwide. And I've never had that before. So I was like, shit, what do I do? Do I just delete it or do I try and re-edit it? So I re-edited it 4 times, re-uploaded it 4 more times. Each time took about an hour to do. And I started at 11 a.m. yesterday morning and I finished at 8 p.m. last night. And I just gave up in the end. So it's so frustrating because I have a really good video. I really wanted you guys to watch it. I enjoyed doing it. I had fun with it. And I can't even share it. So I need to figure it out and understand the whole copyright fair use thing better. And I will learn that at some point. It was my first time trying, so it's fine, I guess. So anyway, here you go. You're getting just my review. And this is the second time I've actually done it today because the first one, the audio is completely ruined. So, yeah, here we go again. Right, so Alien Earth episode 4. I actually thought this episode, once again, was really good. I'm just enjoying the show. I really enjoy just watching this series so far. And this episode, again, I thought was actually really good. It wasn't like the best episode. Not much really happened, but I feel like we got quite a lot of information in this episode. We got a lot of details that I was hoping for. A lot of the storylines got moved forward and pushed forward. Like some of the arcs had, like, you know, the story had been pushed forward with certain characters. And I enjoyed seeing this and getting the information that we got. I even liked the hybrid kids in this. So that's another thing I really liked about this episode. It actually made me like certain characters that I didn't like before. So let's start from the beginning. So we found out in this episode pretty much what's going on with Wendy and hearing all these aliens, which some of it I liked and some of it I'm a little bit concerned about. I'm on the fence with some of it. So Wendy basically talks about how she thinks that the aliens have chosen her and that's why she can hear them. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that idea. In fact, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that the aliens chose her, but there is a point where Boy Cavalier does actually say maybe they never chose her and Wendy just thinks that, but she can just hear them and she thinks that they chose her. So it's not fully clear as to exactly why she can hear them, but now she can actually speak their language. And this was something that I didn't like at first. I was like, don't tell me she's going to start being able to speak the alien cricket noise language. And she did, and I was like, oh no, like, is this going to be stupid? But then I kind of realized, well, she is a robot. She isn't human. She hasn't got vocal cords. She's literally made from machinery. So if she can project her voice and has a voice, then there's some sort of voice box that allows her to project that. And Boy Cavalier does say to her, you are built in a way where you can just replay the noise out. Like, you haven't got a voice or vocal cord. You can just do that. Once I realized that, I was like, okay, I actually quite like the idea now. I'm on the fence still. I don't know if I'm 100% into it, but I like it enough to go along with it for the moment. But yeah, basically now Wendy can actually communicate and speak their language. So, and again, at the end of the episode where she, I will come back to this, but where she has the moment with the baby xenomorph and she's communicating with it, I don't know if I like what's going on there, but I will go into that at the end of this review. I also really liked the storyline with Slightly and Morrow. Everything that's going on between them two I find really interesting. So in this episode we found out that Morrow is trying to persuade Slightly to go and get one of the xenomorph eggs and bring it to... Well, I don't know what he's going to do with it. Once Slightly gets this egg, I mean, where's he going to go with it? It's on an island. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but basically Morrow's saying, look, you need to go and get the egg, otherwise I'm going to kill your full family. He's sat there with Slightly's mum. His mum thinks that Slightly's died. His two brothers, his family, Slightly's family think that he's died. And they've realised now that he's alive, but Morrow's there threatening to kill them all. It was just a really interesting, twisted storyline, and I really did enjoy it. I find it fascinating. I'm interested to see where it's going to go. Also, I really like that Kirsch can overhear all this conversation. I did think throughout this episode, and it's annoying that I can't just show you my reaction because I was really enjoying watching this and the realization that Kirsch was listening in. I did feel like Kirsch was one step ahead, and he is. So Kirsch is also listening into this conversation, but he's not revealing it to Slightly. He's keeping it secret. And there's something weird going on with Kirsch. I don't know what he's going to do, because there's a weird moment with Kirsch and the eggs. So he knows that Morrow wants the eggs. He knows that Slightly's going to try and get them. He knows that Slightly's family's in danger because he can overhear everything. But also, I feel like Kirsch is also against Boy Cavalier. I don't think he's actually on his side, but he's just playing along with him at the moment. And I feel like Kirsch has got some sort of weird bond or love or connection to these eggs or the xenomorphs or the aliens as a whole. So, and there's a moment where he's like, Kirsch is stroking the xenomorph eggs, and I'm like, is he gonna help Morrow and Slightly get one of these eggs? Or is he going to stop them? I don't know. I'm kind of like interested as to see. I don't know where he stands, and I find that interesting. So that whole dynamic is really cool. Also, the fact that now Morrow has threatened Slightly's family's life if he doesn't get this egg, and told him that what he has to do, he has to get a human and take them into the lab so that the facehugger can go on them and implant the baby xenomorph. And the way that he explains that to Slightly, he explains it to him like he's a kid, and he's trying to do it in a way that doesn't scare him too much. My computer keeps making noises. Hang on, let me turn that off. He's doing it in a way that doesn't scare him. I just found all that interesting, and the fact that Slightly's chosen Hermit to be the person to take in the lab. Once I realized this, I was like, oh shit, because I actually want that to happen. I warmed to Hermit a little bit more in this episode. I kind of like him and Wendy together as brother and sister now a little bit more. I think they had a little bit more personal time. It made me, they grew on me as like, as a brother and sister relationship. But I do like the idea of where it could go if Hermit actually does get put in this lab and the facehugger does go on him. Because if that happens, all hell's going to break loose in this island on Neverland. Wendy's going to go insane. It'll just all kick off, and I'm down to see that. I want to see that, but I don't think that will happen. I think something else is going to happen. I don't think he's going to be killed off in this season anyway. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing just all of that dynamic and that storyline. I found really interesting. Also, Nibs, the other hermit, the other hybrid kid, the girl with red hair. In this episode, she was weird. She thinks she's pregnant. Obviously, she isn't, but I understood that as like she's gone insane. She can't come to terms with the reality that she is now in this like robot body, and I think the whole thing with the eyeball thing has completely freaked her out. She's completely lost her mind, and now she's trying to hold on to something that's human and that she remembers, which was like being a girl. Girls can get pregnant. There's babies, you know. Like she's holding on to something that reminds her of being human, and that's the only thing that she can do to comfort herself to keep her sane. But she's completely lost it. And now she's a complete danger and threat to everyone, especially the psychiatrist. And I really liked seeing that. Like, I find her character now interesting because she's such a threat. She's so dangerous. I'm interested in seeing what she's going to do. I think she's just going to start going absolutely mental and just killing people. And I want to see it. So I'm also now interested in her. So not Hermit. Why do I keep saying him? Slightly and Nibs I'm now interested in, whereas before I didn't care about them at all. I wanted them to die, and now, well, I don't care if they die, but I'm now interested in seeing where their story plays out. So yeah, I really liked all that. We also get a really cool moment with the little eyeball squid thing. I don't know the name. I'm sure we've been revealed the name in one of the episodes on the side of its container when they got captured. But anyway, that weird eyeball squid, really cool moment with that and the sheep inside that little container. Just seeing it squirm around and like climb inside the sheep's eye and rip the eyeball out, and it's just hanging still out while it's putting its legs and slotting itself into the sheep's eye. Its eye's just hanging there still. Eventually it falls out. It was really graphic and gory. I was worried at one point that they weren't going to show it all because they kept cutting away, but eventually they did. And yeah, I really enjoyed all that. It's really cool. I find that creature really fascinating. I think it's going to have a big role to play. There's something about when Boyd Cavalier went up to the glass and pointed to the eyeball thing, well, pointed at the sheep, he was like, me. I was like, what are you on about, me? But maybe he's trying to let it know, like, I control you, so look at me, I'm the boss sort of thing. That's what I got from it, but maybe we're going to see the eyeball escape at one point, and maybe it will actually go into Boyd Cavalier's eye, kill him, or at least control him, take over him. That would be pretty cool. Don't know if that will happen, but I just want to see him die in some weird, gruesome way because he's so annoying. And then the episode comes to an end with Wendy going to the laboratory and singing to her brother's lung in a fish tank. Like, I don't know why she was singing. I didn't even know that she realised it was there. But she does, and she's singing to it, which I thought was a little bit weird. But I was looking forward to seeing what was going to happen with this. And we got a really cool moment with the baby xenomorph breaking out of the lung and breaking out of the fish tank. Say fish tank, but you know what I mean. Test tube, whatever it is. That was a really cool scene, and I did really like it. And it was cool to see the baby xenomorph a bit more up close and personal. I know we've seen this so many times throughout the films where the baby xenomorph breaks out, but we usually see it just break out, scream, and then it scurries away, and then next time we see it, it's like a fully grown xenomorph. But this time we got a little bit more time with it, and it was cool to see. I thought the visual effects were really good, really liked it. And then Wendy is communicating to it and controlling it, and it was almost like this baby xenomorph was then looking at Wendy as its mother, which I don't know if I like this, and I like it and I don't. I'm on the fence. I need to see where this goes. But as soon as I seen her communicating to it and then controlling it and then like stroking it, and the baby xenomorph's like, oh, thank you, mummy, I was like, oh no, I can see where this is going. I straight away just seen Chris Pratt in Jurassic World, where he's fucking controlling all the different dinosaurs and like he can control them all by doing this. I was like, yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. She's going to start controlling xenomorphs. And I don't know if I like that. I do and I don't. It's the way they're going to execute that, if that's what they do. Well, obviously they're going to do it because she can control this baby one. She can communicate to it now. So she's going to be able to communicate to the other ones whenever we get other ones. There's still more eggs. We're going to get more xenomorphs. She's going to be able to communicate to them. I hope that it doesn't turn out to be like suddenly she can control the xenomorphs and there's like she's just like making them attack people and making them not attack people, and she's just like communicating to them and basically controlling xenomorphs. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I'm concerned about it. Her communicating with other xenomorphs anyway is a little bit. I'm like, oh, I don't know. So you'll have to wait and see. I'm on the fence. I do like it and I don't, but we need to see more. I need to see more of the series to be able to make a whole judgment on that. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. And there was a lot on this episode that I did enjoy. I feel like we got some really cool lore details about the 5 corporations, about the governments, about the world, the universe, the Earth, what's been going on, and getting some of these storylines pushed forward. I find all of them actually interesting, and that's what I think this show does really well. Even when I found it a little bit stupid, like with the hybrid kids and some stuff's a little bit like daft, there's so much in this show that's interesting to me that I'm excited. I'm excited to see more. I want to see more. And yeah, I just think that the show's doing a good job at keeping me intrigued, excited, wanting to see more, and I'm really enjoying it. So for me, I would give this episode a 7 out of 10. So that's it for my review. I hope you enjoyed this. This has took me forever. I can't wait to get this online. And because I'm 5 hours behind or 4 hours behind, I'm trying to do this early in the morning so it goes out at 6 p.m. in the UK, because that's where I get my most engagement, because that's when my main followers are online, and getting it all done in time has been a nightmare. So hopefully this is going to be on by 6 p.m, but we'll have to wait and see. But that's it. Hope you're all doing good. I will be home, should be home tomorrow, but I don't know. So yeah, look out for more videos. I've got a video coming out about Reckless Ben. That should be out tomorrow. And there's some other stuff I want to try and do whilst I'm here and I've got this time off. So yeah, just keep an eye on the channel and look out for more. If you are new here, hit subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, hit like if you enjoyed this, and I will see you all again on the next one.